Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know this literally does not work. Actually, I'm just sitting here waiting. Got to wait for my man D2 Stu, as well as Rain Man Roz to get up in here because it is Wild Wednesday. Wild Wednesday is when we do our pick segment, and we'll be doing that at 8:30 tonight. So just about 40 minutes from now. But I just wanted to get caught up because, well, I've been out of here. I was in here at 6 o'clock this morning doing my morning video before I went down the road, did some work, and now I'm back and just happy to be here. Oh, I love my man cave. I love my man cave, and I've got a lot of work to do before this weekend. We're going to have a full house this weekend. My brother, who is a Washington football fan, and his family's coming down, and my dad, yeah, Papa Joe Boo may be here as well on Sunday, which would be a truly an honor for me. And so I got to make sure everything in the house look good. I got to clean all this crap up in here and make sure that when people come in that they say, "Wow, this place is pretty cool." Because right now it's kind of junky. It's okay with E2 Blue and DMV and all that, but it's when your parents come in, you need to look good. Anyway, just wanted to catch you up and actually kill some time while I'm waiting for my crew to get here. Interesting thing. Calvin Watkins actually just posted this not long ago on Twitter. He said, so if Diggs keeps picking off passes, okay, and he's already got three in the first three games. He's got six already in his short career. This is just beginning his second year. To put that in perspective, think about Byron Jones, who had two. Two here. His whole time here. His whole time here had two. In case you don't know math, already Diggs has three times as many. Okay? So, three in a season is pretty good because I don't know that anybody other than him, and I want to say Sean Lee one time. In the last 10 years, I think Sean Lee had three 1 year, and Jeff Heath had three 1 year. So, right now, what he's done already in his first two seasons has tied for the highest in any season in the last at least 10 years. Yeah, it's been that anemic. But anyway, for shits and giggles, this is kind of cool. If he continues, I don't think he's going to continue at this pace where it's one per game. I would love it because I think that might be an NFL record. If he continues at this pace, he might surpass Anthony Henry of the Cowboys, okay, who had six in 2007. Terrence Newman actually had five. I'm sorry, 2010. That's actually still not. Okay, it's close enough. Terrence Newman had five in 2010. I think he gets that one. Brandon Carr had three. Okay, actually, I missed a couple of them. Brandon Carr had three in 2012, 2013. And Primetime, how many do you think Primetime had? Primetime in one season. Any guess? Come on, guess. You're talking about Hall of Famer, Neon Dion Primetime. Would you believe 5 is the most he's ever had in one season? That's it. So already Diggs, the young Diggs, is in rarefied air. He really is. And he might surpass Deion Sanders beyond just the takeaways. He is beyond just a shutdown corner. He's also an intimidator and a guy that will hit you. And I dare say he has great tackling form. When I saw him, this is the thing that one of the things I love more than anything else. And look, watch these individual battles, okay? I know what happens with most fans. Most fans will sit there, they'll watch the quarterback go back, and they'll just watch him throw, and they'll follow the ball where it goes. You're missing all the real action. Those battles between the lines where you'll see an X stunt, or you'll see, the jab, step, and rip. You'll see the swim moves and things. The real battles are there in the trenches. But pay attention to how guys tackle. Too many times, especially last year, what you would see is you would see guys that are just trying to lay a blow. They're just trying to lead with their helmet and just hit something. Watch Diggs, because when he came in there on one of these tackles, he did perfect form. We used to do this drill that was form tackling, okay? And what it was, and it was bad because I was 220. Our nose guard, Doug West, was about 310. He had it made when he was doing form tackle with me. I had to carry a hell of a load. Because what we would do is we'd get up underneath the guy's arms, okay, under his arms into his shoulder pads, and we'd end up putting our helmet crossing his armpit along with our arms and squeeze. Well, Doug was hard to squeeze, God rest his soul. He is big. And what you'd have to do is arch your back and pick him up and carry him. Arch your back. So you're basically going boom and picking him up and carrying him for 10 yards. And that's how you tackle somebody. So we have so much head trauma because guys are sitting there just trying to hit somebody as hard as they can, and they're leading with their helmet. And they're using that as a battering ram instead of trying to run through the player. It sounds like you hit them harder, but you're hitting them with this shoulder pad, which absorbs a lot of that. You hear the clump, and you lay it to them, but that stops the momentum. As opposed to sometimes when you try and lead with your helmet and don't wrap up, the person will bounce off you and keep on going, and you've lost track of them because your head's down. And Diggs, he went in and did perfect tackling for him. He went in, boom, wrapped us up and drove through him. That's a stud right there. And I dare say, Richard Sherman, a guy who a lot of you guys wanted us to sign, who's now signed with the old folks home in Tampa Bay, perfect place. Tampa is where all the old people go to retire. That's what Richard Sherman used to do. It still be, we don't know if he still has that ability, although he's probably slowed down some. But that, my friends, is key because it's great to have a Dion that can cover and stuff, but Dion wasn't tackling nobody. And sometimes you need that corner because a guy gets loose, and we saw this last year so many times that what should be maybe a 10, 15, 20-yard play goes to the house because for poor tackling angles, poor technique on the tackle, and just losing sight of them. This is where Dan Quinn is actually taking care of making sure these guys understand fundamentals. I've played that tape. You probably have it etched in your head. But when he talked about the Seattle Seahawks defense, that number one rated in all statistical categories defense, fast, physical, and fundamentals, that they knew how to tackle. And that is just, it's a thing of beauty. Interesting thing here is right now Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore are getting all kinds of praise. And the way I look at it is a CEO of the company may not know how to make the sausage, but the job of that CEO is to make sure that I have people who know how to make the sausage. You follow me? Kellen Moore definitely knows how to make the sausage and eggs. Okay? And Dan Quinn knows how to make that those pancakes with side of bacon and hash browns. He knows how to do that. And Mike McCarthy knows I'm putting this on the menu. Now, he is getting a lot of flack because, at the end of the first half, there wasn't that much time left that he didn't call any timeouts and try and save some of that time. And I guess you could go ahead and look at that because there are some clock management issues. I'm wondering if, now the Cowboys seem to be okay with this, with the minor hiccups, because Lord knows we had tons of hiccups with Jason Garrett. I think this is more of the media having to have something to talk about. Because when the Cowboys are bad, it's got to be great for their ratings. When the Cowboys are good, they have to find something to nitpick about. And it's kind of funny to me because I was listening to Nick Wright, who did his tier, okay? His tiers that he does on Wednesdays as I was driving down the road and listening to him. He still has Kansas City as the number one team in the NFL. And I think that by definition is the homer. in him that, of course, he doesn't want to let go. Now, granted, he'll say, well, they had some turnovers, and, if it weren't for the turnovers here and there, they would have been blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wait a minute. So let me see if I get this straight. Because they had some turnovers, you're saying they're actually a better team than what they did on the field. That's kind of like the same thing that people used to say about Carson Wentz. That Carson Wentz, he's better than his statistics because his guys are dropping the football. And I kept saying, no, Carson Wentz isn't really that good of a quarterback. He really isn't. And I kept saying that Carson Wentz, from that 2018 season, steadily was going downhill. And everybody kept saying, oh, no, don't believe you. And I kept saying that every year, Dak was getting better and better. That literally, it was, the lines were crossing like this. Dak's going up, Wentz is going down. Seemed like I was right on that one. So, you're saying Kansas City is better because they had some takeaways and they should have won. But with the Cowboys, they got some takeaways. You turn around and say, they're not really that good because they got some takeaways. Anybody else kind of say, what are you guys saying? And the final thing is, the good news is, in the first injury report for the Cowboys for this week, we don't know about the COVID people right now. We don't know about Keanu O'Neal or Bradley and or their COVID situation. But as far as injuries from the Eagles, we don't have any. We're in good shape there. So that's where you guys are up to speed. Kellen Moore is a genius. Dan Quinn is a genius. Mike McCarthy is looked down upon. Diggs is the new real deal for the Dallas Cowboys secondary. Oh, Micah Parsons, Pro Football Focus's highest graded rookie. Could it be that the Cowboys may have Rookie of the Year defense, Comeback Player of the Year, and how about maybe MVP? We'll see, but I'll catch you soon on the live stream. Peace.